It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the best of the NFC are on a collision course. It's the reigning...
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Here's Carter now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A carry for Gibson. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing Jones. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 6 catches, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now. Number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And yet again, it's McLaurin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Jones. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you've really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect, but boy, that was force against force.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here comes Carter. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gibson here running out of the gun. Shoves him away. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Let's go. Come on.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. A give to Gibson running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
On 3rd down, Jones. Room to run past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Well, another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, Packer pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jones on 1st down. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. A little second effort there on the strong run, and then drop just inside of the 20. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man here is Conklin. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Conklin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Second and 12. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Now a first down carry by Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Rodgers now on first down. He's got Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Hear that, Gus? Hear that?
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Rodgers to throw once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Oliver. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, Rodgers. Making the catch, this is the tight end, Oliver. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Rosas to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. David Montgomery, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Corey Davis, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Gardner Minshew, terrific in the win. And a much-needed win at
the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our Players Spotlight. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything else that's going on? Protection has been excellent. And, of course, the guys catching the ball have provided some highlight reels themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always just one man. He's been good, but you got the guys catching the ball, too.
Yeah, you name it. It's all coming together for them. What they call that synergy. Everything working together really well. And right now, he's the focal point of it.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. From the 30 on second down, Rodgers. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down. And it's in the area of holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Rodgers. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A huge play there for Washington. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And here's a give to Gibson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Jones. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Gibson. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Gibson again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing Jones. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. From the 29, Rodgers, he finds his man, complete. It's Oliver, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Jones, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Second and 11 now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Second down at 4. They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Oliver. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. On second down, it's Jones. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. They'll run here with Mason. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Rosas' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Jones throwing on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off around the 41.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. So again, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple, down to the 19.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Jones.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Rosa's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field.
With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones throwing right, and that's complete.
4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The give is to Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
The Packers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Rosas' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Washington on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Jones. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now Washington down by 16. 65 seconds remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Don't you do that.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And he's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. Jones. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And now we've got a 1-score game, but at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.